Hello my fellow soulmates, I welcome you all back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm showing you guys how to make this stylish shirt with a twist at the back. If you're new here, highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment and also share. And to my return subscribers, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate your effort. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So here is my pattern. And over here I have my button allowance. Okay, I have 3 inches as my button allowance. You can use 2 or 2.5. Okay, so first I'll chop down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. From that 8 inches point, I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope, and from the 1 inches I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. After that, I'll connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole, and this is what I have. So next I'll measure from my shoulder down to my armhole point. I have 9 inches. I'll chuck it down on this side so I can have a straight line over here, which will be my chest line. Okay, this line here is my chest line. So next I'll go ahead and measure from my shoulder down to my bust point, my waistline, and then my full length. Okay, I'm making use of 28 as my full length. So here's my bust point, my waist, and then full length. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them this way, and this is what I have. So next I'll go ahead and chop them a basic neck width of 3 inches. Neck depth, I'm making use of 3 inches for the front. Okay, this is my front pattern. Then I'll go ahead and connect them this way. Then next I'll connect from my neck width down to my shoulder slope. Next I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into 2. Get the midpoint. From the midpoint I'll come in by 0.5. Then I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. So next, for this pattern, I'll be making use of my biggest circumference, okay, between my bust to my waist and then my hip line. So my biggest circumference is my hip. So I'll go ahead and divide my hip circumference by 4. Now I'll track it down, okay. After that, I'll add extra 2 inches to it for ease, okay. Make sure you add 2 inches or even more than. This is a free shirt. Hip circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches. So whatever I have from this point to this point, I'll go ahead and chuck it down on my waistline and also on my hip line. Then next, I'll go ahead and connect them this way. Okay. And after that, I'll go ahead and cover out my armhole. And this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and extend my full length line to my zipper allowance this way. So this is all for the front pattern drafting. Next, I'll go ahead and I'll cut it out. Just watch what I am doing. And this is what I have. So next I'll go ahead and fold in my button allowance this way. I'm using this pattern to trace out my back pattern, so I'll fold it in this way. After that, I'll place it on a fresh pattern, and this pattern is on fold. Okay, so go ahead and place it on it this way. Make sure you fold the pattern into 2, then place your front pattern on it this way. After that, you go ahead and cut it out. So go ahead and trace out your shoulder and then the armhole. Okay, and from the shoulder come down by 1 inches for your back neck depth, then connect it this way. Okay, make sure you mark down your waistline and also your bust point. Then after that, you connect it this way. Here's my bust line and here's my waistline. Okay, then go ahead and cut it out. And this is what I have for the back pattern. Okay, remember my pattern is on fold. Okay, so now from the waistline I'll come down by 1 inches, and from that 1 inches I'll go in by 2 inches. From the waistline I came down by 1 inches, and from the 1 inches I went in by 2 inches. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and connect it to my neck width this way. Connect it to my neck width this way. From the neck width, connect it down to that 2 inches point. Just the way I'm doing it. Go ahead and connect it this way. Then after that, next from that 1 inches point, that's from this point, I'll go ahead and come down by 1.5 inches. Come down by 1.5 inches and I'll connect it this way to the other end. And this is what I have, okay? So next from my 1.5 inches line, that's from this line, I'll come down by 4 inches. And I'll go ahead and connect it this way down to my blouse length. Don't curve it too much, okay? Connect it this way. And this is what we have over here. So the next thing is to cut it out, okay? This part is not needed. Then cut out this part. This is the down part, okay? Then I'll go ahead and cut out this part. And this is what I have, okay? This is the upper part and here is the down part. So go ahead and twist this part this way. But before doing that, we'll be slashing and spreading the down part on a fresh pattern. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark out to 1 inches. Come down by 1 inches, okay? Then connect a straight line. Then I'll place it on a fresh pattern. And the pattern will be on fold. Slash it this way, very close to the end, okay? Then place it on a fresh pattern this way. Make sure this pattern is on fold as well. So I'll be spreading it by about 1 inches. I'll go ahead and pin this part. After that, I'll come down by another 1 inches. Then keep on spreading it by 1 inches, okay? The distance is 1 inches. You can use 0.5 or even 1.5 inches, okay? Then after that, this is what I have over here. I'll go ahead and I'll cut it out. Please make sure you indicate the upper part and also the down part. And this is what I have, okay? So now I'll go ahead and bring in the upper part. Okay, as you can see, they are both equal. Then this is the center line. This is the center line. I'll go ahead and plait it this way. Okay, then cross it over this way, just as you see me doing. Then this part, you go ahead and pin it down, turn it over, then pin it down to the wrong side. After that, I'll pin this other part down. Okay, turn it this way to the wrong part and then pin it down. Arrange it very well. Pin it down and sew, okay? After sewing your fabric, this is what you'll be having at the back part. Looking so neat. So go ahead and bring in your front part. Place it this way. Sew the side together. Sew the shoulder. Repeat the same process on the other side and that is it, okay? So now let's go back to the collar parts. After you're done sewing your clothes together, like sewing both the back and the front part together, go ahead and measure out your neckline, not your clothes neckline, your actual, just measure it on your body, the circumference of your neck, okay, your round neck, measure out what you have on your body. So after that, you're using the measurement to draft out your collar, okay. Let's say for an instance you have 18 inches as your round neck, divide 18 by 2, you have 9. So go ahead and fold your pattern into two this way. Okay, make sure you arrange it very well. Fold it into two. Then after that, you measure out your 9 inches. What we have over there is 9 inches. That is 18 divided by 2, we have 9. So I'll go ahead and measure it out this way. Then connect it. Then next, from the down part, I'll come up by 1 inches. This is a one piece collar. Okay, so I'll come up by 1 inches. Then I'll connect a straight line this way. Then next, from this part, sorry, I'll come in by 1 inches. From this end, I'll go ahead and come in by 1 inches. Then after that, I'll connect it down this way, and this is what I have. Okay, here is my one piece collar for this shirt. So next, I'll go ahead and cut it out. And this is what we have for our collar. So cut out this collar into two places. Then you sew one to your shirt and use the other one to neaten your seam allowance. Okay, the back part will be open because we don't have the back part is an open back. Okay, just go ahead and sew this side to your front, the two sides, sew it to your front. Then use the second collar to neaten it up. Okay, I believe you understand what I mean. And that is it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also share. So bye.